Hello, Elevation Health friends and family. Thank you for joining me today. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, once again, a brief episode leading up to our workshop this coming Monday. And, you know, there's always so much interest when it comes to cancer. There's so many people we know in our family, friends who have encounters with this. They're diagnosed, they're treated, they undergo all types of hardships and battles with this terrible, awful disease. So it's always on the forefront of our mind as far as, man, what causes cancer? Where does it come from? How do you treat it? What's the cure? And I always get questions on this because it's near and dear to so many people and their families who've been affected. So that's why this upcoming workshop is so important. There's a lot of myths when it comes to cancer as far as what causes it, where it comes from, what the cures are. And I can tell you this: cancer is not simply caused by bad genetics. Just because it runs in your family, it doesn't mean that that's your destiny. In fact, a very small percentage of why a person would get cancer comes from their genes or their DNA. Cancer is not caused by a lack of dietary fiber. We were taught that a long time ago. Studies show that to be inconclusive and untrue. Cancer is not caused by too much dietary fat. This was something that was promoted many years ago. And again, it turns out that there is no evidence to support that. Additionally, cancer is not caused by a vitamin deficiency. If you have a deficiency of vitamin X, Y, or Z, this, in fact, would not be a primary cause of an individual getting cancer. I will say, though, diet in itself does play a large role in cancer. What you eat, your nutritional habits, and many of the diseases of an individual's metabolism absolutely is a primary cause of cancer. And back to vitamins, I would say that some studies do show that vitamins in and of itself will not cause a cell to turn cancerous. However, if cancer is already present, they can actually help the cancer grow. That's right. Vitamins can actually fuel the fire causing the spread of cancer if it's already present. So, wow, that's pretty dangerous. And if you stop and think about how many of us are taking vitamins and actually put our faith in the fact that vitamins are actually a cure for any so-called disease, this is not exactly the truth. And this is not something that I would want anybody to be under the impression of being true. And that's why, again, I'm pointing these facts out so that you learn the truth about cancer, where it comes from, how to prevent it, if there are treatments that are being recommended, what they do and what they don't do in terms of treating it, reversing it, curing it, and all of the promises that go with that, which I have to say, I'm not a believer. I know that there are some treatments that are available that can actually shrink cancers, shrink tumors, and on a PET scan or a diagnostic test show that there's no evidence of cancer. However, none of those treatments actually correct the cause of cancer. And this is another thing that's so important to understand that we're going to cover at the workshop. So when it comes down to all of this, you can learn so much more, as well as how to not just reduce your risk of cancer through scientifically supported strategies. You'll also learn how to energize and cleanse your body. You're going to learn how to alkalize in terms of creating an environment that's inhospitable for cancer to grow in. We're going to talk about the lifestyle strategies that are involved and that revolve around alkalizing a body and helping to support it to stay healthy and maintain health and all the cells that depend on it. We're going to talk about food and tips and also the top 3 research-proven cancer-killing supplements. So the do's and don'ts when it comes to supplements, so important. Join us this coming Monday at our cancer prevention workshop. It's October 10th, this coming Monday at 5:45. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Please make sure if you haven't registered that you do so. Seats are almost gone. This is going to be a life-changing event. The response has been overwhelming. So if you haven't reserved your seat for you and your guests now, please do that immediately. If you're in the office, go up to the front, double check, make sure you're registered. If you're watching this online, call the office at 954-472-6002. I look forward to seeing you there. God bless.